Here are 4 little effort, big profit businesses to start in Africa right now and watch your life change. You might fall in that category of people who really love to do business, but either they don't have the time to do it or they are simply lazy. If you fall in that category, worry not, for I came up with 4 brilliant business ideas that you could embark on and also make money as everyone. And if you are new here, my name is Elvin Chick, and my mission on this channel is to make sure that you attain your financial independence as soon as possible. You are watching Africa Today, and we are starting right now. So the first business idea here is the gas filling business. The gas filling sector is facing a lot of challenges in Africa, and one of the main ones is dishonesty. So this is business in which you are coming to solve a pending problem, which is dishonesty. Remember, we always say on this channel that to make real money, you need to be solving a problem. And as a good business person, you need to always be keen to identifying problems wherever you find yourself. So this is one of those businesses that you are going to be solving a big problem in Africa and make good money for yourself. We know cooking gas is something we can't do without, and the sellers of cooking gas often behave as if they were mini gods in Africa. When the government in most African countries will prescribe a $15 price tag for a 16 kilogram of cooking gas, most sellers would even feel like 10 kilograms, and we the buyers, we know that they are putting less than 16 kilograms. But do we have a choice? No, we don't. We buy knowing that that's what they do. So this is a sector in which if you penetrate with honesty, you are going to be making lots of money in Africa. You just need to obtain a permit from the Petrol Resource Department of your country and you are good to go. Another thing I would advise you do is to avoid rent. Yes, if there's a way, buy your own land. This is a business wherein you are going to be solving a huge problem. So your location doesn't matter. Even if the land is far from town, buy it and you are still going to be getting customers. This is because you are going to be honest with your gas filling. You make sure you fill the gas right there in front of them. They could check right there before them and see the amount of gas counting equivalent to their money. So like I said, you would rather buy your piece of land. I've had discussions with a couple of people involved in this sector, and this is the advice I got that I am going to be giving to you right now. Most landlords often get jealous of such businesses when they see your business prospering, because mind you, this business is very, very lucrative. When most landlords see how lucrative the business is, they will tend to create you problems and evict you from their property. They tend to increase rent at times by 2 or by 3. So in order to avoid such situations and maximize your profit, you would better go and get your own land. And the good thing with this business is that it's actually got 100% return on investment. Like I told you, I've had one-on-one discussion with people involved in that sector. And also you should know that whenever the government adds just 5 cents on gas prices, gas sellers will add a minimum of $1. People will still buy because they've got no choice. We need cooking gas to cook. We need cooking gas in order to eat and in order to survive. So we must buy. So now let's go to the basic things you are going to be needing for your business. Once you've gotten your permit, you will need a weighing scale, a gas cylinder, a fire extinguisher, which is very important because remember, you are dealing with a product that is inflammable. That's why you will need to locate your business far away from any place that has to do with fire. And finally, you would obviously need a supplier. And another option you could go for is import the whole pack from China because they produce a complete set with all the elements in it. And yeah, I know some of you would come under the comment section, as I always see some people saying that, oh, why should we be encouraging people to import from China? Why can we not produce? That's not the point here, all right? When we bring up business ideas, we aren't in any way discouraging local production. Remember, in most of our videos, we instead encourage Africans to embark on production. But let's be realistic here. In life, you need to always start from somewhere. You could start by getting the products from them and learn from their technology before embarking on your own production. That's simply the concept. So they basically started from importing from Europe and later on manufacturing it themselves. So please, let's stop those negative, unconstructive comments that have to do with bashing of Africans. We are not bashing anyone here. We are here to help one another and move forward. So there's nothing wrong with importing first and starting from somewhere, all right? Now, the next business idea here is the production of cooking oil. Yes, if you have money, you could embark on the production of cooking oil. This is something that is so lucrative right now. When we talk of cooking oil, we here refer to oil like soybean oil, sunflower oil, almond oil, and even olive oil. These oils are so lucrative right now because contrary to years back when Africans used to consume consume only palm oil or bleached palm oil, a lot of Africans now go for the other oils that are considered healthier because they've noticed that bleached palm oil isn't really healthy. So they would rather cook their food with either the natural palm oil or any other oil that is not bleached palm oil. So people stay away from bleached palm oil right now. So if you could produce any oil that is extracted directly from a nut without being bleached or chemically processed, you are going to be making a lot of money right now. And a lot of Africans also consume things like olive oil, especially the diabetic patients, and olive oil is so expensive in Africa. This is because olive is not really cultivated in Africa. And that said, you could also think of producing olives in Africa. Why not? So if you could produce olive oil in Africa, you are going to make it much more affordable for the population and make a lot of money in return, because olive oil is not only used for cooking but also applied on the body in Africa. I am one of those moms who apply olive oil on their babies at birth. I basically use olive oil from the first 3 months of their life, and most African women do same, either with olive oil or shea butter. This is because in Africa we believe that the cosmetic baby lotions are not really good for our newborns, so we would rather go for natural things like olive oil, almond oil, or palm kernel oil. And these are oils that are so lucrative. A liter of olive oil in Africa costs an average of $15. So imagine the money you could make if you produce olive oil in Africa. Now the next business idea here is office supplies. You could invest in office supply business. The good thing with this business is that it is very passive. You don't necessarily need to do it as a main business. You could do that alongside any business you are into right now. And this falls under the category of public contracts. So this depends on how it functions in your country. In some countries, there's actually a Ministry of Public Contracts where you could go to and get certificates for that. That is a document that gives you the permission to supply goods to any ministry of your choice or to any sector of your choice. And to succeed in this business, you need to really be good at networking. The more you know the right places to go to, the right doors to knock, that's how much you are going to be getting contracts. And all you need to do is supply. And when we talk of office supplies, you just need to go to those ministries and with your certificate, get contracts from there, making them know that you could supply what they need. Basically, everything you know are used in an office. So this is business you could do effortlessly because you don't really need to be the one running helter-skelter to buy those things. Let me tell you how to go about this. You can just find some time to sort out vendors who could supply all these items to you in bulk. If you've gotten your suppliers who will supply maybe cartons of pens, rulers, you can also get suppliers or manufacturers of office chairs, office tables, and make a deal with them so that they supply to you and you in turn supply to the government. This is a little effort business, but it is a little bit capital intensive. So this is business for someone who's got the money and just wants to multiply their money, because when you are going to be securing these contracts, you are going to need huge sums of money to buy and supply before the government is going to be disbursing the money to you later on. But as a good business person, you need to be good at negotiations. If you could also secure a good deal with the manufacturers, so much so that you could maybe just pay a percentage of the money up front and get the goods supplied to you. Once you've supplied to the government and you get paid, you go in turn to supply the rest of their money. Another option is that you could still get a good deal with them, so much so that you just make a deposit of a set amount. Let's take for instance, you could make a deposit of $20,000 or $30,000 with a set company to supply goods for you in mass quantity or in unlimited quantity that you are going to be taking and supplying to the government. And once you get the money, you pay them their due. So now let's go to the next point, which is a point that I reserved for my MVPs. Yes, if you watch this video till this level, you deserve to get this point. This business idea is one of the highest idea that needs little effort. The only thing you're going to do is that you are going to be spending a good amount of money. Yes, it is a little bit capital intensive, but very profitable. And like I said, it takes little effort because you aren't doing anything other than investing in the machine. So we are talking here of buying of bulldozers, caterpillars, or tractors and renting them out. Yes, all you do is buy them and you let people know that you are renting them out, I can assure you are going to make millions in Africa. You need to know that there are two sectors booming in Africa right now. One is the farming industry or agricultural industry, and the other is the real estate industry. And both industries make good use of machines right now. They make good use of tractors, bulldozers, tillers, caterpillars, and you just name it. So if you have money, real money, you could invest in logistics in Africa. Get yourself these machines. You could start with one, all right? And just let people know that you are renting them out. You are going to be making a lot of money in Africa. A lot of people right now who are in the real estate industry or who are starting up in the real estate industry need those machines to pave the roads and make an area accessible before even starting to sell their land. They need caterpillars to open roads, and at times they don't have the money to buy them. So they are ready to pay any amount to rent those caterpillars. And that goes the same with those who are involved in agriculture. Most times they have the land, but they don't have the caterpillars to pave the roads or create the roads for them to access their farms. So they need to rent those machines. And that's where you step in. You just need to buy those machines and let them know that you are leasing them out or renting them out. And that's how you're going to be getting clients. And most often in Africa, those machines are rented per hour. And most owners of caterpillars rent them for about $700 a day. So imagine how much you could make if you have any of these machines and you just rent them out. That's the easiest and sweetest way of making huge money with little effort. So if you are that lazy person and you wanted to invest in something, now you have 4 lucrative business ideas you could embark on and put in very little effort. If you loved this video, please do well to like it and share it with your loved ones. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you on my next one.